Well, it has certainly been a minute since I've done a video like this. Probably about a year, if I'm remembering correctly. This is going to be what I spend in a week as a 31-year-old minimalist living in Canada's second most expensive city, good old Toronto. Over the next 7 days, I'm going to take you guys with me and show you everything that I spend money on, everything I don't spend money on, and generally just what it costs me to survive. By popular request, at the end of this video, I will also factor in all of my fixed living costs to give you guys a real, true look at the total costs for me to exist in this part of the world. Now today is Friday, which might seem like a bit of an odd place to start, but Friday is essentially my Saturday, so I'll take you with me from Friday to Thursday and we'll wrap up everything at the end. Now tomorrow, my best friend is actually coming in from out of town. She lives like 2 hours away and I only get to see her maybe once or twice a year. So she'll be coming over tomorrow, spending the night here, and then taking the train back home on Sunday. And in preparation of that today, I'm gonna be doing a bunch of cleaning around the house. Typically, my home is pretty clean. I mean, I think that even translates on camera. I keep things pretty tidy, but with somebody coming over, I like to do a little bit extra and just make sure things are extra fresh and extra clean. And so I've actually hired a cleaning lady, which is definitely out of character for me, but I think she's here right now. Cleaning service. Happy Saturday. It is a hot one today. My car is currently reading 32 degrees Celsius, which is just hot enough for everything to be sticky and uncomfortable. And I'm currently on my way to the happiest place on earth to pick up some quick grocery and toiletry items. In case it wasn't abundantly obvious, I was being super sarcastic when I called this the happiest place on earth. Get inside. Beep, 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 inside. Good job. Can you believe that this cost nearly $60? Jeez. Oh, hey.
Hey.
Say hi to the vlog.
Hey!
Okay.
Oh my god, I forgot. We were like filming this entire thing. I'm so
This
psyched.
entire thing.
I'm psyched.
Do you ever learn to do the latte art?
No. I can only make a cappuccino. Not on purpose either. It's Sunday. Where are we going? Tell them where we're going.
We are going to Barrie. Going to the beach.
We're driving up a little road trip up to Barrie, Ontario. Haven't been here in a long time. We're just gonna walk around. It's been a long time. I think it's been even longer for you. But we are gonna go walk around and maybe get a coffee and just chill. See you in Barrie. Jesus f***ing Christ. I've never seen this before in my life. What is going on, Barrie? Oh my god.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Well, I've just dropped Leona back off at the train. She's heading home. Tomorrow is back to the grind, back to the same old routines, but honestly, I kind of thrive in my routines, so it's not all bad. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, it's Monday and it feels great to be back on track. I know this is gonna sound a little bit weird, but sometimes I almost forget that I'm introverted and I go and I make a bunch of plans and I have a bunch of fun. And then when it's all done, I'm like, why am I so exhausted? And honestly, I'm just looking forward to being back to my routines. And on the topic of routines, a big thank you to AG1 for sponsoring this video. AG1 has been a part of my morning routine every morning for the last like 8 or 9 months now. It's just something small that I do for myself every morning to help myself feel energized and to get ready for my day. I love that with just one simple scoop into some water and a drop or two of vitamin D3K2, I know that I'm getting all of my multivitamins, my pre and probiotics, and more without really having to overthink it. You know, I talk a lot in my videos about the importance of reducing friction in order to stick to your habits. And so for me, as somebody who hates taking pills and has never been able to be consistent with supplements in the past, AG1 is an absolute no-brainer because I can get everything I need in just a refreshing, pineapple-y, fruity kind of drink. I mean, obviously I try to eat as healthy as I can all the time, but nobody's perfect. And so I really appreciate having AG1 in my corner just as some extra nutritional assurance, which really I think we can all benefit from. If you'd like to give AG1 a try for yourself, head over to drinkag1.com/accordingtonicole or scan this QR code right here, and you will get a free bottle of vitamin D3K2 drops, plus 5 free travel packs with your first order. Thank you very much to AG1 for sponsoring this video. Okay, time to start today. Alright, well it's Monday, and somehow today I have to find time to cram in all the errands that I typically would have done on the weekend. Starting off with going to get fresh bagels. I know that what I'm about to say is going to come across really snooty and really pretentious, and that's not my goal, but it is the truth, which is that the bagels that they sell in the grocery store in those like plastic bags, like Dempster's bagels or whatever, those are a hate crime. Those aren't bagels. So we're going to go get some fresh bagels. That's step one. We're going to head to the grocery store, pick up some other things. I'll see you there. Alright, that's all the spending I am probably going to be doing today because I have to get to work now. See you tomorrow.
Many unbearable hours later.
So I just got home and found this on my doorstep. I actually almost forgot about this. I ordered this on Friday. It is a barbecue adapter hose. It was like 20 bucks. Basically, a few years ago, I decided I wanted to buy a barbecue, and rather than going and spending a few $100s on a big ass barbecue for just myself, I decided to just get one of those little camping barbecues, which is more than enough space. It can still make like 8 burgers, but it only takes those little 1-pound propane tanks, which are not very cost effective and kind of annoying. And so this is an adapter hose, so I can now use a full-size propane tank, which is not only a lot cheaper, but a lot more convenient. So maybe not the most exciting purchase in the world, but a useful one nonetheless. Well, you're gonna have to excuse me. I'm a bit of a windblown mess, but I literally just finished work. It's like 7:30 at night on Tuesday, and I'm almost on my way home. Almost. But first, I have to go to the pharmacy and pick up a refill of Levi's medication. I have to get his heart pills, as well as get him a tube of toothpaste, which is probably gonna be like, I think more than $200. So we'll see in a moment, I suppose. All right, I got 2 bottles of pills, 2 tubes of toothpaste. So that is 3 months worth of medication, 2 tubes of toothpaste, and the total came out to $272.32. So, I mean, really for 3 months worth, it's like not that bad, I guess, but it's still a lot, but I love them, so it's worth it. Finally time to go home. I am exhausted and I'm starving. Well, as you guys just saw, I have been window shopping for a little bit of like home decor, furniture type stuff. I am ultimately going to be redoing my bedroom, which is way overdue for a makeover. and I'm going to be doing it little bit by little bit, kind of just sourcing pieces as I find what I like and as I decide what I want, and obviously to try to space it out from a financial perspective as well. But I was really hoping to pick up that lamp that I saw at Bouclair, that gray one, and actually I wanted 2 of them, but they only had 1 in stock, so I didn't wind up spending any money just yet, but I think I will be ordering those lamps later tonight online. Oh, by the way, for all of you guys who like to bitch and complain that I only ever wear gray, look at me wearing blue today. It's navy blue, alright? All colorful and festive for the summertime. So I'm currently in the middle of my workday, and I was actually not expecting to spend any money at all today because I'm just working all day. And I've just had a last minute cancellation. It's currently 3:06 p.m. and I was just notified that my 3:30 appointment needs to cancel. So just a little PSA here, if you hire somebody to do anything, whatever it may be, try to give them more than 30 minutes notice when you need to cancel, just like out of human decency. Not in a good mood, as you might be able to tell. But with that said, I'm gonna go to the mall and at least get a coffee and kill some time because I have about an hour and a half until my next scheduled appointment. I also do need a new pair of sneakers, so I don't know for sure if I'm gonna get them, but we're gonna go look. And yeah, I hate people. Alright, it is Friday, I have tallied everything up, and it is time to talk numbers. You guys followed me all week long, you saw what I was spending money on, you saw also the things that I don't spend money on, and so for starters, let's talk out-of-pocket costs. This week, I definitely had some expenses that are not things that I have to pay for every single week. For example, going out for a $50 dinner is definitely not something that I do every single week, but it is fairly easy to spend $50 on something unplanned at least once a week. So maybe I'm not going out for sushi, but maybe I wind up buying myself a piece of new clothing, or maybe I wind up needing to get an oil change on my car or something. So now obviously the largest out-of-pocket expense for me this week was Levi's medication, and thankfully I definitely don't spend that every week. Like I said, that $270 some odd will last him about 3 months. But I would say that I probably spend roughly $200 to $300 a month on him in general, whether that is taking him into the vet, running some sort of test, refilling his pills, whatever it is. So I would say that that's generally like a monthly expense, not a weekly expense, but it did happen to fall on this week, so you guys saw it. I wanted to show it all transparently. That all said, let's talk about the totals. My total out-of-pocket cost for everything you guys just watched was $643.47, which feels like a lot, but I suppose it is what it is. Now let's talk about housing. So the way that I calculated this was I added up my mortgage, my property taxes, my average utilities, as well as my house insurance, and I also included a line of credit that I have, which I'm currently making double up payments on. This was a loan that I took out to complete some renovations when I moved in, and I actually am almost done paying off the loan. I'm going to be paying it off in full in September, I think, but for now I'm still making double up payments on it. So I took all of those figures, added them up, divided by 30, multiplied by 7 to give me 1 week's worth, and my total housing cost for the week came out to $842.32. So as you can see, the vast majority of my spending happens on housing because that's just what it costs to live today, especially in a high cost of living area like Toronto is. Additionally, my phone and Wi-Fi, I did the same calculation. That came out to another $24.96 for the week. And the only other fixed expenses that I have are my car insurance and my business insurance, which together came out to $55.30 for the week, for a grand total cost for me to survive for this past 7 days has been $1,566.05, which altogether is a hell of a lot, actually, now that I think about it. With all of that said, anytime that I have a week like this where I have some out of the norm spending, whether that is a medical bill for Levi, whether that is me buying a concert ticket, or me treating myself to something, or really whatever it may be, anytime that I've had a week where I have spent an extra couple $100s that I typically wouldn't, I am conscious to make sure that the next several weeks I don't do that and that I kind of pare down my spending to try to compensate for it. I said this in the video that I made like this last year, and it bears repeating, which is that as I was filming my day-to-day for the last 7 days, there were many times when I had to stop and ask myself, is this even entertaining to anybody? Is this even valuable? Is anybody gonna care to watch this? Because I feel like I live a pretty boring, normal life, And most people who make what I spend in a week videos live really elaborate lifestyles compared to mine, where they're going out every single day and doing exciting things, and they are professional influencers in every sense of the word, and I am not.
Like, you know, whatever.
Even though I did wind up spending quite a bit of money, at least by my standards, I feel like the majority of my spending was necessities, it was reasonable stuff, and I also think that it's perfectly reasonable to treat yourself to small things from time to time as long as you can afford them. But my hope is that over and above just entertainment value, which is also totally fine and valuable, but over and above that, this video gives you a little bit of context as to what it looks like to spend money in a rational, what I think is rational, reasonable way, even while having high expenses, but living as somebody who is a regular normal person and who is financially conscientious, who is careful about their finances. I have to say that I am very, very curious to know how my spending and my expenses in general compare to yours. So if you're comfortable, leave a comment down below and let me know what your spending looks like compared to mine, what your fixed expenses look like compared to mine, and where you live, and how you feel you manage your money in general. Do you feel like you are a big spender, or do you feel like you're a frugal person, or somewhere in between? If you enjoyed this video at all, if you found value in it of any sort, please go ahead and hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't done so yet. You can follow me on Instagram at according_to_Nicole. If you found this video particularly interesting, if you enjoyed watching this type of thing, and you would like to see me make more kind of casual vlog type videos, leave me a comment and let me know, because I enjoy making them, but I honestly have no idea if you guys enjoy watching them, so you gotta let me know. But other than that, thank you guys so much as always for watching. Really appreciate it. Take care. See you next week.